Hello everyone, Johnny here. Today in this session we will try to learn about how to create a pop-up box using JavaScript. When I click on this button, it should able to get a pop-up like this. When I click on this close button, it should able to close. Let us write the code for this snippet. First, let me try to define a button here. So this is a web page. First, let us try to define the button in this. Button, click me. We got a button here. For this button, we are trying to write the style, background color. Let me take some color code here. I'm trying to use this color code for complete web page, all the elements of web page. I got a button here. I should able to get some color white. We can use hexadecimal value also. I'm trying to use border radius, padding inside this from all the sides, top, left, right, bottom, and border none. For this, if I want to display everything to the center of the page, I am trying to use a body tag. Inside this body, I am using the properties of flex. I got to the center of the page. Now, I want to the center of web page. We got the button in this way. We have done with the button, but when I click on this, it should be able to get a pop-up and a close mark. For this, I am trying to take a div. Inside this div, we should be able to take something called a class name. I am trying to take a div in this. Let me write the outer container name as main pop-up. Just I am trying to define the size for it. I'm trying to define the sizes for it. Now inside this, I'm trying to write div class equals to popup. Div class equals to popup. Inside this div, I want to take a button close. Inside this, I want to get some text. I should be able to get some text. So I have taken some main container in it. I should be able to get a pop-up. Inside this, I have taken a button followed by head1 and p paragraph. For the main pop-up, I am trying to write the properties now. In this, as it is the class, we denote with dot main pop-up. In this main pop-up, first I should able to get this properties. So position fixed, top 0, left 0, right 0, bottom 0. Align items, center, justify content, center. So we got all the properties. See, when I'm trying to use this, can you see we are getting it in this way? But when I click on this button only, we should be able to get. When I click on this button only, it should be able to display. So for this, initially, in order to hide this, I'm trying to use a property called display none. So see here, it is hidden, but it should be able to display only once it is active. So I'm trying to write a class name here. So we are trying to write a class name here, active. Once it is active, if it is active, then it should be able to display flex. Display flex in the sense when the user clicks on it, it should be able to display, but we haven't written any JS code for it, so it is not able to visible, nothing more. Now for this pop-up, inside this pop-up we are trying to write some properties where it will have the border radius, color and all. In order to get this pop-up, we are trying to write the properties for it. See here, what is the class name? Class name is a pop-up background, let me take a white, border radius 2 pixel, padding all the sides, left, right, top and bottom, position relative, width would be of 600 pixel. Next one, color, for this I would take the same color what we have taken here. So we have taken the color now. Next one, border. Oh, we have already taken the border here. Let me write the same solid. Anyway it will be overheaded 3266A8. okay, we are trying to read the same properties now. Inside this pop-up we have a button followed by H1 and P. First, suppose if I have written only for button, generally it will be applied for the outer button as well as inner button. So I am trying to take a grouping selector. Sorry, it's not a grouping selector, it is a descendant selector. Inside an element we are trying to take background color FFF, color would be the same color which we are trying to use, font size, next one, position absolute, position absolute, top 10 pixel for the button, right 10 pixel. See, for suppose if I have removed this property of display none, now you will understand like how we got. We will get in this way, for that round pop-up. Let me write border radius as 5 pixel or else. Okay, we got it. So we got in this way, but I don't want to get this beginning itself. So what we will do, we have written something called display none here, but it should be able to get visible once the user clicks on it. It should be able to visible, right? Okay, let me get this one. For this we will write the JS code now. Inside the script part, let me read the elements. So I should be able to read this button first. So I am trying to write a button name as open. Next one, I should be able to, when I click on close, it should be able to close. And next one, it should be able to display. So I am trying to write this class name as container. So we are writing 3 IDs here. In the first session of this project series, we have discussed about the DOM completely of each and every element. In the same way, we are trying to read the element here. First one, constant open equals to document dot get element by id, where it will read the element based upon this name. Here we are trying to write the name as open, so it will try to read this one. Now I am trying to use the same thing for open, next one close, next one is container. So now for which properties it should be able to apply? Container, and this is close. We have all the properties now. We were trying to read all the elements. Now we are trying to read the first, the button. When the button is clicked, it should be able to perform. So usually we can use on click event. Here we are trying to use an addEventListener, where it will try to call this particular element. So here what is this? Open dot addEventListener of event, it will have two parameters, in the sense two values. First one would be a event and next one would be a function what we need to perform, which we need to perform. So here we have taken an arrow function in this for container. Is it container? Yes, exactly. The container add if we are trying to add a class property here, add dot add of active. Once the user clicks on this open, it should be able to get this thing, or else once the user closes it, when the user clicks on close, it should be able to remove the property. So here we got it, like we have read the element using document.getElementById and addEventListener in order to perform an action based upon this event. See here, once it is clicked, we got it. So this is how generally we have done with a pop-up. If you have any queries in this, you can just drop us a mail or comment below this video. You have a list of JavaScript tutorial series below this description part and all the projects we have done, so you can go through it, and you can drop us a mail based upon the queries, and we will try to implement much more logics on it. Thank you.